it's Miranda from Miranda Made Designs and co-creator of Piglet's Closet. I thought I would just hop on quickly and show you guys how I'm going to pour some resin molds. So today we're working on this piece right behind me. So it's a little toy chest, and I'm going to put some molds on it and some stencils, and I've got a few transfers on it right now. So you can see the live of or the replay of how I painted with Paint Couture, the blending of those colors. But I thought it would be nice just to hop on quickly and show you a quick little tutorial of how to pour resin. So I use the Amazing Casting Resin, can be called Aluminite also, Alumilite. And you can buy it in small bottles. These are 8-ounce bottles. I also have some larger, I think 16-ounce bottles. It does have a shelf life. I haven't had any trouble with it not lasting. So if you know you're going to be doing a lot, it's worth getting the bigger bottles. You can find them on Amazon. I think some craft stores might have them. So we're going to be using the Stars and Moons mold. It's a Finnabair Redesign with Prima mold, and I love these molds. They're silicone. You can actually use them for baking, and super easy to clean, very easy to use, and also you can get your castings out really easily. So I'm just going to make sure I've got all the dirt out of here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay this flat. You want to make sure it's on a flat surface. And I like to use these silicone cups. I don't know if you can see those. I just bought these off Amazon. There's different sizes. This one looks like it goes up to maybe 10 ounces. And so I usually pour about 4 ounces at a time. Anywhere from 4 to 8, depending on how many I want to cast. You can use, this is my favorite, is the resin. They're durable, they're moldable, they are easily paintable. I don't like to, it's quick, I don't like to wait, so I know some people use different clays, and there's all different kinds you can use in these molds for casting, but I prefer the resin. So you want to mix your resin exactly, and you're going to start with A and B. So it's 1 part of A and 1 part of B. And I'm going to see, these are kind of the end of my bottle. So I'm going to see what I have. And I may, let's see. And when you're done, I'm going to tilt you down here. So I'm just going to make sure it's on a flat surface for measuring. Hopefully you can see that. And some people will wear, gloves, glasses, always a good idea. PPE is great. When I pour resin to do tabletops, it's not the quick setting resin. I wear a respirator, and I have a well ventilated area. I'm just going to do this quickly to show you guys today. So let's see what I've got here. You can also use a scale to measure. So I've got almost, looks like just 3 ounces. So that means I need to go up to the 6 in order to do 50-50. So let's just hope that we have that much in here. And you want to work quickly. Make sure to get all out. And normally it would be a lot easier because you're not using the end of your bottles, but so that should be right about 50-50. So you want to stir it all together. That's the most important part, is stir, stir, stir. And when you think you're done stirring, stir some more. And this dries white, and it dries quickly. So you don't want to wait around too much, but you do want to make sure you're getting it all stirred in. If you don't, it won't set up. And I need to find something to set this on. All right, so scrape it off all your sides, scrape around, bottom, make sure you get the bottom. Okay. Just have a scrap piece of paper to put that on. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring. And I know for sure I'm gonna want the big moon. So I like to pour slowly. It's no big deal if you get too much, but I like to try to keep them flat. And it's just really simple. If you get too much and it leaks over, then that's okay. Oops, just like that one. I can show you how to trim them off. So try to go slow and let it spread out in there. And that's why you want to pour on a level surface. Some of these smaller ones are hard, so that's okay. That's the nice thing about resin, especially when you pull it off, is that you can just trim it off very easily. You want to work quickly enough so that it doesn't set up on you, but I always try to also do it carefully. It's kind of a process that can take some practice. And that one's going to be a little over. I'm going to do this one. Do one more little moon. I need another jab. The nice thing about these is if you don't use them all, then they just save. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour what I can. You get these little stars. Those ones are harder. That one's going to be a mess. Let's try again. There's so little, so I'll end up probably peeling that off. This is starting to set, so let's go ahead and get one of these. Yep, it's setting on me. All right, so we're gonna call that good. So whatever you don't use, that's what I like about these silicone ones, is that it just peels out. It dries, sets just like in the molds, and it just peels out. So I'm hoping you can see that this is starting to turn white, and that is the resin setting up. So this one these two I way over poured, so those I'm really not going to use, and this one I'll have to trim off. I may end up not using it. But usually you just try to keep them flat, pour it in there. This one started to set up on me a little bit. So you can kind of see, you can also just pour, mix 4 ounces at a time or 2 ounces at a time, pour and then remix. It's so easy that if you're worried about setting up and you don't want to be rushed, then it's easy to do that. So this will take about probably maybe 5 more minutes to really set up or dry. I'll probably give it 10, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them. I'm going to use the Paint Couture metallic paints and probably the pale gold and Stardust, and then I'm going to actually use Gorilla Super Glue to adhere them to the chest. And so I will take some pictures, maybe do another video for you guys to see that as well. But thanks for joining me here. Hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you again sometime soon.